How to sell your web design service. How do you sell your web design service? Where do you start? This guide will get you started in the right direction. But I must make this point before we even get started. This is just to get your creative juices flowing. But that said, you will succeed if you study this guide well and apply the wisdom shared in it. So let's get started. Where do you start? Step 1. Answer the most important question. What's in it for them? People are not going to buy your service because they want to help you. No, it's down to what they stand to gain by doing so. Therefore, before you step out, make a list of the benefits to your potential clients. To do this well, you have to pick particular niches at a time. For those who don't know, a niche is a sub-segment of a market. I've already taught these in my other series. Example, music is a market. Musical instruments is a segment of the market. Guitars, sub-segment of the market, a niche. You can go tighter on a niche. Guitar lessons, even tighter, guitar lessons for kids. I hope you've got the picture of what I mean by niche. So pick a niche and see what benefits they will enjoy by owning a website. For example, let's say you want to reach out to private schools with your web design service. They'll likely benefit in the following ways. A. Have a wider reach. People abroad who are relocating to the country might choose to search online for a good school for their kids when they get back. Their school now has the chance of showing up in their radar. Someone sees their web address on their school bus, their school.com, and decides to check out more about them. This wouldn't have been this easy if all they had on their bus was their address and phone numbers. Thus, apart from the fact that those are not so easy to remember. This gives the school a wider reach. A school with a wider reach definitely has more prospects of new enrollments. B. Have a 24/7 salesperson. No school is open round the clock, but with a website, people can get important information about them whenever they need it. Just visit their site. This helps parents make important decisions about their enrollment and things like that. C. Show their expertise and differentiate themselves with great tips, articles, etc. For schools that believe that they have something that the average school doesn't offer, a website gives them an opportunity to showcase those. They can publish insightful articles on their blog. They can showcase their kids doing interesting stuff on their website. Parents like showing off their kids when they do well. As these parents show off their kids' accomplishments, cataloged on the school site, they inadvertently publicize that school. More publicity is equal to more students, which is equal to more revenue. D. A website makes automation of mundane tasks a lot easier. Highly personalized messages could be mailed out to parents' email addresses just with the integration of a sign-up form and email delivery service or software. They create one message and it personalizes it for each receiver. Send bills and announcements straight to their emails or phones. It's entirely up to them. A website makes these and many more very easy. Create as exhaustive a list as you can. The more the benefits you can pinpoint, the easier it will be for you to sell to a potential client. Step 2. Develop a portfolio. People might like to see what you've done if you want to sell them your web design service. Therefore, it's a good idea to start with your own website. If you're hard pressed for cash, start with monthly hosting, but make sure you buy your own domain name. Both should cost you about 5,000 naira. Create many subdomains of your site.com and use each of those subdomains to install fresh instances of WordPress. This will enable you to design as many sites as you like. So try to make a wide range of designs and you should be good to go. However, don't wait until you have 10 designs. You can always ask a potential client to show you an example of what they want if they can't find something they like in your portfolio. It's a good idea to look at websites that fit the niches you are targeting and try to create similar designs. Now that you have a portfolio, it's time to go get your clients. Step 3. Start at ground zero and then spread out. So where do you start looking for clients? Before you start having expensive ideas that will require an IMF loan, here are easy starting points that should be enough, in fact, more than enough for most people. A, your family and friends. Announce your business to family and friends. Let them know what you are into. Don't do it casually. If possible, make a list and visit each of them individually to sell your business. Enlist their help and support. And if any of them has a business or cause that will benefit from a website, do your best to get their business. B, your offline social connections. There are many people who don't fit into family and friends but are a strong part of your social connections. It could be people you meet in the shopping center. It could be people you meet in a viewing center. The point is, you discuss casual things with these people and they do know you. Don't be afraid to tell them about the service you offer and ask for referrals if they have any. And if any of them has a business or cause that will benefit from a website, do your best to get their business. C, your work connections, past and present. Repeat the same process discussed earlier with your work contacts and connections. D, your religious center. Are you a member of a church, mosque, etc.? These people have lives outside those religious activities. Does any of them have a business that would benefit from a website? Does any of them know people who might be potential clients? You can only find out by reaching out, so reach out to them. E, your community. People have a level of confidence in people whose house, spouse, and kids they know. Discuss your web design business with people within your community. The people in your community have businesses or work in businesses. Those are connections that you should take advantage of. F, your phone book. It won't cost you too much to send a text message to everybody on your phone book just to inform them that you have a web design business. They can send you referrals if they don't need the service themselves. G, relevant service providers, e.g. printers. Do you know other service providers who offer non-competing services? You can work out an arrangement with them to connect you to businesses they already service. For example, it is easier for a potential client to listen to you if you were referred by a printer who has delivered top quality service to them over the years. But then you have to convince the service provider you want to piggyback on. You can explore the suggestions in step 4. Get a foot in to get ideas that will help. H, your online social networks. Okay, you have accounts with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. Now it's time to announce to them that you do offer web design services. You can get good business if you have the right audience. Step 4, get a foot in. You can't expect a $10,000 deal on your first project, and unless you've built a big reputation, no one is going to risk a large sum on you, for starters. Therefore, you need to get in first. Look at profitability later. Here's an example. Let's assume you're a member of a church, XYZ Ministries, and you have a good rapport with the pastor or one of the board members. Following are suggestions for getting a foot in. A, you can offer to design a website for the church for free. Yes, you can do it totally free. Do a great job and show them what you've done. Then tell them that the hosting you bought will expire after, say, 1 month, but that the domain name will expire after a year, but should cost you around 5,000 naira. Explain to them that it will be up to them to keep up with hosting and domain name renewal thereafter. That should generate some goodwill for you and make it easier for you to start a discussion with them. But then how do you make your money? Pastors like their messages spreading widely. Therefore, suggest to the pastor to have his messages recorded and uploaded to the site. You can do this easily with YouTube and then embed the message on the site you created. This should give you at least 4 opportunities to update the website each month. Don't be shy to tell them how much each update will cost them. If you go very low, you can charge 5K per update. That's 20K per month already in your kitty. Another option is suggest that they have a sign-up form for getting the names of those who visit your site. It will make follow-up a lot easier. They will need to subscribe to an email delivery service and they'll have to prepare messages to be sent out. If they choose to do this on a weekly basis, you will have to prepare 4 messages each month. You can charge a round figure for this, say 10K per month. Note, they send you the content, you just prepare the design. So don't get me wrong here. 3. Suggest that the church programs be highlighted on the site with details that might not be possible on handbills. A weekly bulletin is also in order. For a weekly bulletin, that is announcements, testimonies, adverts, special events, etc., you can charge as much as 20k per week depending on the volume of work you'd be expected to handle, or as little as 5k. It's up to you. 4. You can come up with other creative ideas. But using the 3 suggestions above, assuming the church accepts them, you'll be making 50k from them each month, and that's just one church. 50k minus 5k is 45k. That's not bad if you ask me. You started with a free offer. Remember, you ended up with a retainership worth 50k per month. The question now is, how many churches will you be able to get? Get 5 churches like these and you could be making over 200k per month. Note, please assess a church thoroughly and be convinced that they can take on such extra financial responsibility before using this suggestion. B. Find an influential member or members or an influential group in the church and explain to them how the church will benefit from a website. Suggest to them to help the church get one. Your contribution will be a highly reduced service fee. They pay for the domain name and hosting. Persuade them to pay for at least a year. That should be less than 25k. Once they do that, make sure you get the site up and running before their next meeting. Make it their project. Nothing will stop this project from flying through once you do that. This kind of group or individuals will readily donate this website if the church as a body decides they are not ready to undertake this responsibility. Once you've secured the retainership for the church project, take a look at the businesses of your sponsors, that is the influential members or group. Would they need a website? How would their businesses be made more profitable with a website? Once you've got answers to these, reach out to them with a markup website. Since they've seen what you've done already with the church's website, this will be an easier sale. Step 5. Leverage your existing clients. Make sure you give your clients your very best. Anything less would mark the end of your service selling career. So let's assume you've done your best at keeping the clients you got in step 4 happy. Now you can and should leverage them. Using the church as an example, A. Seek out people in your client circle. Does the pastor have pastor friends that you know? It will be very easy to convince them to have you build them a website if they know that you are the person behind your friend's website. So seek them out and contact them. B. Ask for referrals if you have a good rapport with your existing client. Some of your clients will be too busy to tell others about your services. Ask them if they know of people within their circles who might need your services. Be careful how you go about this. Check their mentality before doing this. Funny as it may sound, there are clients who'd like to keep you a secret. They may get jumpy if you ask them. For such clients, stick to the suggestion in 4A only. C. Keep the relationship sweet and you'll get unsolicited referrals. Apart from ensuring you deliver top quality in your services, taking steps to show you care helps you get unsolicited referrals. Don't forget to throw in a thank you package from time to time to keep everything sweet. It could be a special birthday discount on their birth month. Little favors do cement relationships in ways you can't imagine. Conclusion. Getting your first client is the most difficult one. It becomes a lot easier thereafter. So step out and start getting your foot in. Great things happen once you set the ball rolling. Do you have any questions? Send me an email and I'll answer as soon as possible, usually within 24 hours. Haven't you signed up yet? Go to zimego.com/sign up to do so. I give my subscribers priority attention.